Mason, Newcastle United 1, Arsenal 0. May only been 1-0 today, but we thoroughly deserve that. Arsenal were absolutely dreadful today.
They were. Pleased who got the win, and obviously I was buzzing. I said 2-2, and luckily we got the win again, so that's going to be my lucky charm this season, 2-2, and then we'll probably get the win again. So hopefully we'll pick it up for the rest of the season. I know people give the shit on TTR last night, but look what's happened again.
Exactly. Well, I don't think Arteta can grumble about that today, because it was what a cross from Anthony Gordon, and Isak, what a header.
You know what it is, he'll find an excuse for not winning that game today. Yeah, decent cross, and please Isak on the end of it, and yeah, delighted for him, and obviously hopefully he'll bang on and get a decent run of scoring more goals.
Yeah, hopefully he'll do him the boost now. Absolutely. Yeah, totally. So, yeah, we were just happy to let Arsenal have the ball, and they did absolutely nothing with it at all today. They were second best all day today.
Why would they bring on Jesus and Zinchenko when they've shite?
I mean, Jesus is not a goal scorer. Zinchenko's not been the brightest for them as well.
You can it shows you why Man City got rid of him. I don't know why what they did for Arsenal, because they could have easily put Sterling on, but apparently for what I've seen, he was absolutely poor on Wednesday night.
Saka looked knackered. He looked like he was out of gas.
He played on Wednesday, and I'm surprised he only lasted the full 90, but yeah, I'm surprised to bring Sterling on, but for what I read, apparently he was poor against a mid-championship table side on Wednesday.
Another player was disappointed with Arsenal today, and that was Rice. His set pieces were rubbish today. Couldn't clear a first man.
I think that's the poorest I've seen Rice this season for Arsenal. But yeah, I think that price tag for him should just carries him on the back a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, that Rice was disappointing today.
Very, very disappointing he was, wasn't he? But again, just happy to let them have the ball. They did nothing with it. We defended absolutely brilliant. Lewis Hall today was absolutely fantastic today. That kid is getting better and better and better.
He's only 20, but he's absolutely friggin' magnificent. I think it shows you why Chelsea are disappointed that they got rid of him. But yeah, what a gem, and hopefully since Tuchel's his ex-manager, hopefully he'll get him in that England side.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he deserves it. Who else impressed you out today? I thought our midfield was really, really good today. Our defence was really, really good.
I think the players who played on Wednesday night, who played today, were the same as...
Willock did very well again.
I think everybody who played on Wednesday night were excellent. I know they had a few set pieces, chances here and there, but I thought they were decent.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a couple of other opportunities in the second half as well to try and get that second goal. And we hold out, win 1-0. And well, is this the chance? Can we really kick on now? We've got Forest away in next. That's going to be a slightly harder game. But look, we're building back some confidence now. We really, really are.
I know Forest have been on a decent run, but if we play like what we did today and Wednesday and play like that against Nottingham Forest, who have been on a decent run of form, I think we'll probably win that as well before we go into the international break. And after that, we've got West Ham, who will be starting to pick up a bit of form as well, and hopefully we'll do that as well.
Totally. Thank you. See you on tonight's show. Okay, Lawrence. Newcastle United 1, Arsenal 0. Do you know what? Thoroughly deserved today. We really, really deserve that. Arsenal were absolutely awful today, I thought.
The way, I mean, once again, we let them have plenty of possession after we scored, but they just couldn't do anything with it, and we deserved that victory. Brilliant cross from Gordon, and then what a header from Isak to score the only goal of the game. I mean, it was such a nervous second half, but then Arsenal, you're just thinking they'll get that one chance and score, but they were just poor, Arsenal.
Well, we're happy to let them have the ball. They just did absolutely nothing. Really just did nothing at all with it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's 1 point from 3 games now for Arsenal. I mean, that's why they're probably not going to win the title.
I don't think they can keep playing Havertz up front now.
Nah, I mean, he's not really, an out-and-out striker. Probably more of a number 10.
Yeah, pretty much so. I mean, as I mentioned, it was a great cross from Anthony going for Isak, just to bullet that header in. But we had a couple of opportunities ourselves to try and look for that second goal, early second half. Julian had a header which was caught. And, yeah, if we did get the second goal, we'd definitely be game over. But why do you think Arsenal were just really, really off their game, right? They were just so bad in the final third. Their defence looked quite shoddy the day. I was very baffled. They brung Jesus on in Zinchenko. And another player I thought was disappointing for them today was Declan Rice. His set pieces were atrocious today.
They were. I mean, I think I seen one in the first half. I think it was 1-0, and he just, I think it was only Anthony Gordon in the wall, and it didn't get past him. I mean, if that's Sean Longstaff doing that for us, we're all over him, rightfully so. I mean, Declan Rice, he is a good player, but he was shocking today.
One of the best players for us today. He's getting better and better every game now. Lewis Hall, what a game he had today. He was absolutely magnificent.
Yep, I mean, I remember last year people saying what was the point in bringing him to the club. But
now we're seeing it.
Yep, I mean, we see it towards the end of last season, seeing it now.
Yeah, absolutely, totally. Just see you play a recognised left back in there. That kid's undroppable at the moment.
Yes, he definitely is.
So absolutely. Who else impressed you today for us today?
Well, obviously a cracking cross from Gordon and the header from Isak, as I mentioned. We defended well again. Tino did really well against Martinelli.
Yep, absolutely. Our midfield was really good as well.
Yep, it definitely was.
Totally, yeah. Forest next week, it's another hard game, but hopefully we'll get the confidence back from us now. Can we go on a bit of a run now?
We can. I mean, Forest, it's going to be a difficult game, even though we won down at the City Ground both times since they came up. And of course, we'll beat them in the Carabao Cup on penalties. It's going to be a tricky game, but we're going to definitely get a win out of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Thank you. Okay, Kelechi, Newcastle United 1, Arsenal 0. I presume you must be very disappointed with that today.
Yeah, very disappointed. We didn't just turn up. I was just wondering what happened. We were just shell-shocked. I don't know. I'm surprised. I mean, we've been playing okay even without Odegaard, but today is just, just like the last away game at Bournemouth. Very flat, very dead. I don't know what's going on, and we just need to look at ourselves and then pick up again. I don't know what's going on, honestly.
I mean, I think you started off the game quite okay. Mm-hmm. Then we got ourselves back into it. We scored the goal, and it just like also were just absolutely devoid of ideas after that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the goal showed in a way why some fans are clamoring for a centre forward. So even if the passing and intricacies are not working, you go, you play your wing play, and then it was a brilliant header and a good cross. I thought it was actually Livramento that crossed the ball. After when I saw it back, you guys stick us up in heaven, Our seats are far, so we didn't know who crossed the ball. Well, I saw the header, but what I saw was Gordon. I'm like, oh, that was a beautiful ball. Yeah, it was a good goal. We tried our best, but it just wasn't good enough today.
No, I mean, one player that really disappointed for me for you today was Rice. I mean, his set pieces were all over. They couldn't clear the first man today.
Yeah, the set pieces was all over the place, and but when he moved up to the 8th position, I thought he became a threat, for us. But again, these are the things we need to look at. And again, if you notice, all the corners were coming from is it the left now? We are more dangerous when we play the corners from the right, not with Saka whipping it in. So with Rice is different, So I was praying for the corners that way, but it can't come in that way. It is what it is. I just hope that we'll learn from it. Obviously, we have Inter Milan on Wednesday. We need to get this out of our system and prepare for the Inter Milan game.
Yeah, who really impressed for us today? Who were you really impressed with for Newcastle today?
For Newcastle, let me see. I thought I don't know. I think Livramento and Gordon, they were always doubling up on Gabriel Martinelli. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah. I thought our best player for us today was Lewis Hall.
Was it Lewis Hall? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was, one on Saka most of the time and forcing Saka to, he said, cross the ball. And crossing the ball in open play for a header is not our strength. So I got what he was doing. But the way they kept Martinelli had to be taken off because both of them were constantly, it was synchronized. They were constantly doubling up on him. And you guys had a fantastic game plan. You guys stuck to it and got the job done.
Absolutely. What do you think Arteta needs to do to get it right? You've got a very tough game against Chelsea next, who have been playing quite recently in the league. What do you think Arteta needs to change?
I just hope that by that time the captain would have been back because we really, really miss him. But again, we seem to be playing better when no disrespect to Newcastle, but the top 6 teams, when we meet them, that's when we are on our game. So that game, I'm not really panicking about it, to be honest. But let's just think out 1 or 2 things. Maybe want to replay more, I don't know. But let's just see what happens on Sunday. I don't know, to be honest.
Thank you so much, Kelechi. Thank you very much. Okay, Lee, Newcastle United 1, Arsenal 0. You must be very disappointed with that today.
I'm unbelievably disappointed because nothing against you guys, but it didn't really offer us a lot today. Listen, you got the goal, and then I have to say I think you defended it really, really well. I'm not going to go down this route of we had so much play and everything like that because you allowed us to have that and defended it very well. And if I'll be really honest, we never looked like scoring now. I'd like to give you a little bit more credit for that than criticise our players. But I think, you've done a job on us today. Done a job on us.
Absolutely. I thought you looked a bit cheaty at the back, attack-wise. You just couldn't create anything at all.
No. It don't help when your centre forward's playing everywhere else but centre forward. But and I don't really understand that tactic. But that was the thing. I think that we all said it today. We can't afford to go a goal down because. As I said to you earlier off camera, I don't think Newcastle fans would accept to play like that every week.
Not every day, no.
But when you're playing one of the title challenges, you get in front and you do what you do. And listen, we never look like scoring. I've seen Spurs come down here, look like scoring more than we'd have. I've seen Manchester City come here and look like they've scored. And today, we could still be out there now and you could be taking players off and I don't think we'd have looked like scoring. So I'm going to give credit to Newcastle, but I've got to look at my own team and go how pathetic it was today.
It was. I thought Rice was very disappointing. His set pieces couldn't clear a first man the day. I was very, very disappointed.
I think he summed up our performance. I think he's class. Don't get me wrong, I think he's a class player. But today just wasn't at it. But you can go around the whole team today. I'd give Raya a pass. He didn't really have much to do. Gabriel and Saliba have got to look at themselves for the goal. It's a great finish, but there's no way a top-class striker of his ability should be given the freedom of the 6 yard or 8 yards out. So that's a disappointment. Anthony Gordon, quality player. I would probably say that Timber done okay. I think he was probably our best defender. Thomas Partey is a right back, is he? I don't think so. No, he's not. He done okay against Liverpool, but today he had to. We lost. If I be really truthful about it, Newcastle won the midfield today. Games are won and lost in midfield, and I felt that you dominated the midfield. So when you take your best player out of that midfield, who's been our best player, I'm not saying he's our best player, but he's been our best player this season, take him out. I don't understand that, and I felt that Marino and Declan Rice at times were wanting in there, and I don't really know what Trossard or Havertz. I don't know who was in that midfield. I'll be really honest, I don't know who was playing midfield and up front out of them too. I've watched a lot of football, so I'm disappointed with Arsenal's performance, but I don't want to come on here and demean what Newcastle have done today because it's twice you've done it to us. Last season it was a more physical, intimidating sort of performance from you guys. I think if you'd be really honest, you boys and the players would have expected a little bit different from Arsenal today, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, it was. Who really impressed you for Newcastle today? For me, I'm going to give my man of the match to Lewis Hall.
Yeah, he kept Saka quiet. I thought he done very, very well. I like the midfield guys. I know, Bruno gets a lot of credit, of the credit there. Yep. But Longstaff today puts himself
We've been on
about.
his back a lot.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that because if you're going to be winning titles or trying to challenge for the top 4 or getting into Champions League, he's probably not that player.
Yeah.
But you all need a player like that. When you're playing against a team like Arsenal, going to dominate the ball, you've got to have someone that's prepared to put the yards in, work hard, run for the team, get in the faces of the players. He's done exactly that today. You know, Anthony Gordon and Isaac, they're the 2 players of quality that you've got. Like, you know, quiet at times,
Yeah.
but. Great cross and the goal. So that's what you pay your top players for. And then in their defence, if you want to look at it from a Newcastle point of view, you're not playing to their strengths today when you're 1-0 up. You've gone into a solid 4-4-1-1, and they've contributed.
Absolutely. Totally. What do you think Arteta needs to do to change it up? You've got Chelsea next, a very hard game.
He's got to look at himself today and find a way. It's all right when you've got all your players fit and available and you're winning games of football and the momentum's going and all that. We can get that. But when it's not quite right, when you're not at your best, somehow you've got to find solutions, find results. So he's going to have to look at it now. I think Odegaard coming back, but he ain't going to be straight back into it and straight into form. You know, he's been out for 6 weeks, so I think that he's got to look to change it now, because I think even you'd admit, the creativity of the side today wasn't. This was in the Arsenal side over the last 2 years that have come here. I know you beat us last season, but could have gone either way. The season before that we won it 2-0, so we was we're a decent side. But today I think we was well short of being any good today.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much,
No
Lee.
worries,
Thank you very much, and you as well.